Hello from the Broughtons! Spoiler alert.
We made the turn out of the Johnstone Straight and into the Broughton archipelago, and we covered about 150 miles in 7 days. That's hauling for us. When the wind is going the direction you want to go, it's best to throw your sails out and make the most of the 16 hours of daylight we experience on these long summer days. The long days kind of sailing, motoring, sailing. Oh wait, change the sail, check the tide, recheck the chart, and so on. Kind of zapped us a bit. We puttered anchorage to anchorage and have been enjoying our time in the Broughtons so far.
Can't wait to show you more. Hey, I'm Tanner Sparling and I'm 11 years old. During the school year, I live in Evergreen, Colorado. My family owns a wooden boat named Simra, which is currently moored on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. That's in Canada! Every year, my family sets sail during the summer to explore wild places in the Pacific Northwest. This channel will document the stories of our adventures, from the beautiful scenery to caring for our boat and more. Join us on Sailing Simra. We last left off in Hornby Island, where we anchored down after a peaceful but long downwind sail in the Johnstone Straight.
We've stayed overnight at Hornby before. It has a very exposed anchorage to a south wind.
We always check for good weather.
But every night we've stayed here, the Qualicum Valley winds pick up and blow straight into the anchorage.
The result is a very rolly morning with waves building as the tide ebbs. This stings because it means we have to beat our way into the wind to get out of the anchorage, and it's a really long way into the middle of the strait before you can turn downwind to get out of the bay. My mom and I sat across from each other eating a light breakfast, thinking, hope I don't see this breakfast twice.
Into the wind we went, motor sailing with our staysail out to get some speed and balance. Good morning! By the time you can turn around Hornby, the waves in the middle of the strait can be very dangerous, especially in smaller boats. Simra is pretty well built and sturdy, but our deck is close to the water so waves can easily board. A few of them tried and we were all a little soggy. In fact, the next morning, a sailboat sunk here, citing a large wave taking them down. A fisherman from Comox heroically rescued the crew, beating into the big waves in their little boat. It's the second rescue in the Johnstone Strait in a single week, so it's an extra reminder to take safety seriously. Once we cleared the southeast shoal, it was a relief to turn downwind, ease our sails, warm up, and wipe the ocean spray from our faces. With the rising sun, our luck was improving. Oh, and it was the 4th of July. We threw on a patriotic playlist and worked out a bit to shake out the morning's tension.
I think we should fly it right away.
Just survived the gauntlet. Now it's peaceful.
This is the drifter, and we're gonna raise it, and then this is the drifter halyard, and this is the spinnaker halyard. The difference is that the spinnaker halyard has it's not called a boom, but
It's a crane now.
crane. So I have to switch.
Long flood tides started to push us north even faster. We hadn't quite decided which route to take, but as we approached Middlenatch Island, we had to choose which rapids to punch through into the Johnstone. Seymour Narrows, which is the direct route, or Surge Narrows, and Ocasio Rapids, which is considered to be the back route into the Johnstone Strait. This evening, we cooked brats on the grill and made a patriotic coleslaw. Happy birthday, America! Not long after, we had our first humpback whale sighting. This one exhaled about 100 feet from our boat and gave us a bit of surprise. Those moments are even harder to photograph than monster waves. Miles were dropping fast by then, and the sun still high in the sky, so the decision was made. We'd press on further to take the back route into the Johnstone. This meant we sailed around the east side of Quadra Island and then pushed through the Surge Narrows slack around 8:30 p.m., allowing us to time the next rapid first thing the next morning and get a good start to the next day. It was about 10 p.m. when we finally hit the sack anchored for the night in a quiet corner of the Octopus Islands. Morning again, and this time with an eagle drying his wings to keep us company during breakfast. And onward to Ocasio Channel. We rounded into the Johnstone Straight before 10 a.m.
We're excited to round Chatham Point and head into the Johnstone Straight.
Fought into some wind in the Johnstone before we enjoyed a downwind stretch on the stopover we had planned at the Blind Channel Resort by mid-afternoon.
Blind Channel, this is Simra. We're standing by when you're ready for 2A.
Blind Channel would be our last marina for a bit, and we enjoyed 2 nights of catch-up, laundry, some light provisions, and topping off our water and fuel. I built my Prawn Trap 2.0 setup, now that we're getting closer to cruiser mode.
We just arrived under glorious downwind sail, and now we're setting up the prawn pot. This is the anchor, has 6 feet of chain coming off of it to keep it in place. And then there's the pot, and then there's 300 feet of rope comes off of it. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to pull, but. And then you have the buoy.
What's the buoy?
The buoy just sits on the top of the water so that we can find it again.
But what is it?
A fender.
It's one of our vendors. Multi-purpose vendor.
With some exploration on the dinghy, too, of the nearby Cordero Islands in Rapids. We even hiked to check out the old cedar, estimated more than 800 years old. The funny thing is, we picked the 2 nights we would stay at this marina 2 months ago. We actually made it on time. Sticking to a schedule never works out, forcing weather to cooperate, but this time it happened to do so. Dinner and service here was personable, quaint, and really nice. After the much needed rest, we shoved off very early to get started up to Johnstone on our last push to the Broughtons. The weather was extremely favorable. Super light winds, settled sea, although it was pretty cold. We were glad to not be bashing into the waves. This stretch of water is almost always blowing from the northwest, but this day was actually light and variable and turned into a south wind, so we turned off our engine and used the drifter to cruise along every time the wind picked up.
Downwind in the Johnstone Straight. Can't believe it.
Hopscotching with this neat boat that was steadily motor sailing along with us. Turning into Blackney Channel and officially into the Broughton Archipelago, a humpback surfaced directly in our path and gave us a tail wave, welcoming us to our destination. Of course, no one got it on camera. Oops. But now that we're in the Broughtons, our first few days were a much more relaxed timeline. We putzed along in cold and rainy weather northbound through the lower islands. Our first stop was Leone Island, that we reportedly shared with a bear but didn't even see. Kayakers had lunch on our shared beach and let us know that as we were leaving, he was rummaging around at low tide. We dropped the prawn trap for the first time with no luck. Although we got the hang of it eventually, we got no prawns the whole week. Next up was Eden Island, which was pretty far north. We snaked through the shallow, calm passages and windy, deep sound to get to the heel of Lady Boot Bay. After 24 hours of heavy rain, we all got a bit stir-crazy and set out one evening to climb our nearest island. On the way back, the dinghy nearly collided with 2 huge sea lions who were obliviously battling out mid-swim. They made quite a splash. The next day we left for a bay in the southeast corner of Broughton Island with some great views of mainland terrain. We'll pick up here next week as we push on to the northern corner of our trip,
including the beautiful Lacey Falls.